Well, ladies and gents, yep, there she is, getting towed. It feels like I'm shifting through a bucket of bolts. So yeah, I had all kinds of videos that I still had to edit and upload about this car. Like for example, I repaired the third brake light that was previously just hanging off the cables. I didn't make a video about reupholstering the seat because that was my first time, and I kept having issues with sewing machine. And also I was inside, with the kid and wife, and I didn't want to be on camera. So I didn't make a video of that, but I just reupholstered the seats. Driving along, having a good old time. Trying to find out, fifth gear. The transmission took a crap, won't come out of fifth gear. I go to slow down for traffic, and I go to shift to from fifth to fourth, and I notice it's not shifting. Clutch works great. It engages and disengages the clutch, no problem, but the transmission won't shift. And then eventually the transmission shift lever popped, but now it feels like I'm shifting through a bucket of bolts with a rod. It feels like I stuck a rod in a bucket of bolts and I'm swishing it around. I mean, if I let go of the clutch, it'll try to move forward on fifth gear, but it'll burn out the clutch trying to take off in first gear. I mean, in fifth gear. Frustrating. I'm so frustrated because I just put a new clutch, changed the fluids on that. That's another video I had on it. I want to change the fluids and whatnot. Now I got this parked in the spot where the CRV would go because I can't leave it on the street when it's non-drivable. Not only that, a couple days ago, I got hit right there because of the street parking. Somebody smacked into the car. Granted, it was a lot worse because I pulled it back up, but this was like dented in, and they just took off, left no information on nothing. So now I'm stuck here, having to replace or rebuild the transmission. If I can find a transmission, I'll replace it. If I can, I'm gonna have to figure out how to rebuild it. On a car, you can't really find parts for, rarely. Hello everybody, this is Jim Moya here, once again removing the transmission off the Geo Metro. I already got the wheel off, got the axle nut loose, same thing on the other side. Yeah, got to unbolt everything in here and should be good to go to put the replacement transmission in place. All right, I got the transmission out. Just so you know, this is by no means a how-to video. This is just me getting a repair done. The how-to videos just take too much time. So this right here is the old transmission. Look at the gears on that. They're practically sharpened knives. They're not supposed to look like that. And here goes the replacement transmission. I'm currently working on removing well, I already got one out, but I'm looking at removing the other two snap bolts that goes through that transmission mount right there. But that bracket has a crack in it, so I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use the one off my current Metro. So yeah, I already got one out so far. There it is. Heated the crap out of it, and then give it a little back and forth twist, break it loose, and then take it all the way out. And I'll just leave it there and wait. Once you got it hot enough, you should just start first working back and forth, break it loose, and then just start spinning it. Just about to come off. Oh, there it is. Careful not to land it on your toes because that is still hot. Here I got my 1994 Geo Metro. I recently just replaced the transmission on it because if you saw my last videos, the transmission got stuck in 5th gear and wouldn't come out of gear. I forced the lever to go down the shifter, but I heard like a pop noise, and then it felt like as if I was stirring a rod in a bucket of bolts. So that transmission was toast. Took that one out. Got this one from a guy in Pennsylvania. We met about halfway in New York, the halfway point from Connecticut and Pennsylvania. Picked this up for $250. Installed it, put oil in it. Runs great. Well, I was parked at the street parking. Somebody backed in and dented my fender in. I popped it out as much as I could by hand, but it's still pretty caved in. So I'm gonna have to replace that fender now. I recently just installed a tachometer right there because, you know, these manual Geo Metros don't come with one. I don't know why. And it's temporary setup. I'm gonna clean up the wires a little better. I just want to see if it worked the way it should before I went and I'll allow it and mounted it properly. Cleaned up the wires. It has 223,502 miles. Pretty much like right there with the Jeep Cherokee. The Jeep Cherokee also has 222,000 miles.
That means Daddy working it. Wow.
And here's my son Henry. Yeah, you can throw your rock. Okay, just don't throw it at the neighbor's driveway, because I don't think they want a rock in their car. Currently got an oil leak. It's not the valve cover gasket because I don't see it coming from there. I think it might be the camshaft seal. So one day I'm gonna take this cover off, and luckily I don't have to take the rest of it off because they just cut it off right there. I do have a new timing cover that the guy with the transmission included with it. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to replace the camshaft seal because that has it's leaking like a pig right now, leaking oil. So I put synthetic oil, gear oil, 75W90 in there. Synthetic oil here, the Mobil 1.
Continue on Connecticut 174 west for 2 miles.